Are you guys starting? I need to just post.
Yeah.
And go on. I just need to post this. That we move to the account.
Text in the group once you're done and I'll start.
Okay. Oh my god! I tested this so many times and now it failed me. It chose to fail me right now. Oh my.
It's okay, it's okay. It's okay, Jean.
Are we starting?
Yep. Alright, let's go. Good evening and welcome to Amity Gardens' first and official IDV League. This evening, we're starting off with day one of the elimination rounds, which is between YOLO and 5 Second Kiters. And the second match is Mini Somnia versus Legal Laggers. As we're starting off this, I can already feel the tension. So I am not alone today. Today I am supported by my precious commentators, Sube and Jean, who will be taking over and also commentating along with me as I go on. So, as we're starting the game, we have already decided the character bands, the coin flip, and the map, as you can see, has already been chosen as Red Church. The rules are as simple as follows. In the first round, the hunter bands one survivor first. Then the survivor team will choose two survivor characters for their lineup. Then the hunter bands one more survivor. And then the survivor team, the last two survivors for their lineup. As simple as this sounds, we're gonna be such intense matches today. The survivor teams have already come forth with their decisions on their hunters and their survivors. Our job is to read it out to you right now. So, starting off, the survivors that have been chosen for round one, match one are Seer, Forward, Perfumer, and Prisoner. The bands that have been taken are Merc and Postman. 5 Second Kiters have won the coin flip and hence chosen the map Red Church. So, as we're going on, we have been followed over by 0213, Leo Phoenix, FH Era, and Finish Him. So, without any further ado, let us jump to the match.
Send help! I'm being held hostage. What? Hence
All right.
needs $5,000 to be released. I peed my pants. Hope Walter. Oh my god.
As we're starting off, we can see that the team comp that has been chosen by the survivors is quite a meta team comp. And the hunter that we're going against is also kind of tricky for the situation. As you can see, the disciple, or the herald as we like to, has been chosen against this spectacular comp for ourselves. We see we see the survivors well wishing each other and just going for it because honestly they know what is coming for them, and we all know what an match this is going to be with the hunters and the survivors. Now the map Red Church, if we think about a tactic, is well, in many cases it is quite tactical for a hunter sided map. But you could also say it is quite tactical for a survivor. And speaking of it, quite frankly, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a very, very, very tough match between these survivors. We're following the basic IDV rules as per gameplay follows, and the hunters know the rules, the survivors also know the rules. What we're going to see now is going to be an intense competition and quite literally the survival of the fittest. So, as we load into the game, we can see that the disciple has clearly found her first target to be the prisoner. This is not a very essential target for the survivors, but the disciple really has her strong as she gets the first hit on the survivor. Prisoner manages to vault the window, gaining a little bit of distance from her, trying to make it really evident he does not want to be kite, and sending her cats very tactically gaining that position on him, trying to secure the jump and getting the hit on him, and she misses that one hit. Seer coming in with the owl. Seer is really trying to play it safe right now. I think they want to secure the prisoner, but Anne keeps baiting the owl and gets the hit as the pallet is slammed down by the prisoner. It's a really early down for which may be very essentially gaining in the later game. And we can clearly see that the survivors are decoding their life away, trying their level best to survive at this point in time. The prisoner on chair, the perfumer decoding, the seer decoding. The forward is really trying to avoid that cat going to prisoner, and the prisoner getting first kite I think was not very tactical for the survivor team. However, as we have it right now, it is quite evident that they're trying to save after half. They're trying to sell time. They're not going to sell the chair, obviously, but they're definitely trying to sell time. And the hunter seems to be focused a little bit on trying to get the forward to evade the. You can see Seer swiftly coming in for the rescue and trying to block his path and gets the hit on him. Prisoner being late saved. Now, it really is up to the prisoner for rescuing him. I was expecting a sort of body block from the Seer, but it turns out like the forward is trying to harass, the forward is trying to help, the Seer trying to arm his owl to help the prisoner, but the prisoner seems to be already affected by last. It's really an inevitable dodge. The prisoner tries to connect ciphers. I feel like the disciple at this point is trying to secure that elimination on the prisoner with the forward coming. You can see the forward is clearly trying to go there for the hunter harassment, but fails. And the prisoner is dead on chair, leaving only 3 survivors for the Anne to deal with. The Anne seems to be really focused on Vera or the perfumer, as we call it. And as she goes swiftly, we can see the Seer and the forward decoding their life away, trying to secure that cipher rush for Anne. And Anne gets the cat on the perfumer as she breaks the pallet down, trying to get that security for I don't know, perhaps a tie, maybe a win even. And you can see that the Vera actually tried to beforehand so she could avoid that hit from Anne after getting stunned. However, it was unsuccessful. The disciple managing to stun her and also waste resources is kind of gaining advantage on her at the moment. The perfumer trying to swiftly evade the hit by perfuming at the correct moment, and that was an amazing move by perfumer right there. And the Anne trying her best to catch up on the perfumer right now. We're really seeing some very intense moments at this point in time. The forward and Seer seem to be prioritizing shooting at the moment just so they can get that little advantage on the hunter, and the perfumer is really trying her best to kite. She drops the pallet on the wrong side, and Anne gets the terror shock. landing that terror shock is perfect strategy for that, baiting out the survivors, one coming in for the rescue, but it seems as though the last cipher is nearly prime. The seer takes over the cipher from the forward who is coming in for the rescue. Right now, the Anne is really trying to evade that hit, and she's trying to evade the stun, and the forward does get stunned initially, and the cipher is primed. I feel like right now we're at this position um, where anything could happen. The match could take turns and we wouldn't even know. The Anne swiftly chasing after the Vera as the seer stays at the cipher, and Vera gets hit, and the cipher is popped. We see two survivors running towards the back gate as the performer seems to be taking the end fight. In this situation, we can see that the Anne is trying to secure a tie. The Anne going in for that hit on the perfumer, and the seer and the forward already at the gate, which is seemingly open. The perfumer really trying to go for her life right now, and she gets on chair, and the Anne has teleport, and she's not utilizing it. And that is a tie on the first match. Both teams were absolutely phenomenal. Disciple as a hunter, and the survivors on the other hand, they put up such a steady, strong fight. But Jean, what do you think could have been better in this match? Because I feel like so many things were just evaded and wasted in this match when it could have been better.
Honestly, it was a very good picture for the early game that the first survivor, which is the prisoner, was already down while there were still five ciphers remaining. The problem
Definitely.
is that aside from the perfumer did a really nice kite despite that she got injured, um the Anne really didn't use her teleport. Like the moment she had chaired the perfumer, she should have teleported to the last cipher, and maybe she
Definitely.
would have downed the seer. And or is the moment she chaired the last I mean chaired the perfumer during the exit gate was already activated, she should have immediately also teleported to the back gate, but she decided to use the cat. But anyway, it
Yeah,
was really good.
definitely.
The cats
Very
were
intense
really good.
match. Hmm. Those are some amazing cat skills from Alconix, I believe is their name. That was
And
phenomenal. That was a very intense match. I mean, that match really could not be predicted. Those downs and
and
and the way they definitely managed to cipher rush the hunter. I do believe they did a very strong kite with the perfumer. Her skills were phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. With kiting, with when you're injured against a disciple, it definitely has its ups and downs, and she definitely showed us the ups to it. And I believe
but
that was a
yeah.
very intense match. Yeah.
In conclusion,
So,
do not trust the pilot side.
in
They're a
conclusion,
little
never trust
betrayer.
pallets.
A
Absolutely.
little betrayer.
All right, now that we have our first match down, we're going to go ahead and introduce our audience to the point gaining system. So, on a 4 kill by the hunter gets 5 points, where the survivors get on a 3 kill by the hunter 3 points, where the survivor gets 1 point. On a 1 kill by the hunter gets 1 point, the survivor gets 3 points. On a tie on both ends, the hunter gets 2 points and the survivor also gets 2 points. On a one escape, the survivor gets 1 point, then the hunter gets 3 points. Three escape, meaning the survivor gets 3 points and the hunter gets 1 point. Four escape, meaning the survivor gets 5 points and the hunter gets 0 points. Now that our math system and our scoring system is clear, I would like to take a little bit of time to introduce the team members of our first few matches. If this was not already mentioned before, we are going to be having 6 matches on either side, which means 12 matches total. The first team that we are going to be witnessing, as we just witnessed at this point of time, are 5 second kiters, and their leader is Zero or Cyro, and the rest of their team comp is Cherry Blossom, Buggy, BK Boy Rule, Leo, and their reserves Ren Ren. Um, very pro names, if I might say so myself. I've only ever seen these names high tier. So definitely my expectations are truly very high. What would you like to say, Jean?
Wait, is this team the coming next team? I'm actually quite excited because I'm not so sure. I'm not really a fan of supporting other teams. I'm not really familiar with
Hi.
tournament names, so I'm just like
Right.
I just want to be surprised with whatever team will serve their best. Like I have
Mhm.
no expectations with their performances. Like I just know
Definitely.
I'm gonna be surprised or something.
I definitely am expecting to be really surprised by some intense plot twists, some really good gameplay. I'm ready for it, honestly. The second team we have is YOLO, and their main lineup is Snake Slithers, Hazard Hawks, Cardiver LO, Clip, Pai-chan, and well, the other person's name I really can't pronounce. Just W's and a Chinese in front of them. But I hope that person surprises me most. And their reserves are Alkanix, who we actually just met as a hunter, who was a disciple, and Ahola. So I'm really excited for both these teams to go up against each other yet again because it seems like it's going to be a very intense lineup yet again. Um, Coming up for our next match, it is going to be YOLO as the survivors, I believe, facing against 5 Second Kiters, Top Hunter. If you could please feel free to invite the teammates right now. We can begin with our next match of the event, with Red Church being the map yet again. Right now, I feel like Red Church is that one map where hunters also have like this win or lose situation. What about Eugene? What's your favorite IDV map to play in?
As a survivor main, obviously the Sacred Heart Hospital because it's a very survivor sided map. But in Red Church, I think this is balanced for both. Like
Mm,
it's a very small map, so if you're like a hunter that has teleport, it will be a good advantage for you. Like say Wu Chang or the Nightmare, because you can easily just teleport back and forth to the nearby
oh,
survivor.
definitely, definitely. I do agree with that. Personally, as a hunter main, I would say my favorite map to play is, well, you may have guessed it right, the Red Church. I love the Red
Yeah,
Church. It's
me
a small map. It fits my hunter main, and I am definitely excited to see other hunter mains do well in this game. Of course, I am for the survivors and the hunter. You know, my heart goes out to all those hunter mains that enjoy Red Church as much as I do.
when I play Hunter, and sometimes I play Hunter too, so I'm really happy when the map is Right Church because aside from it's actually the easiest map to memorize for me.
Definitely. Definitely it is. The pallet positions, they're all tactical. They're all tactical and never trust pallets. If anyone in the audience is watching this and you regularly play IDV, I'm sure you know how untrustworthy pallets have always been. They've never been your best friend. You do know. You do need to know what your best friend is. The tram in Ever Sleeping. That is your best friend.
So the tram can be
That is
your
your best friend.
enemy.
Well, that depends on the situation, you know? Personally,
Yeah.
for me, the tram has been more of my friend than. All
Uh-huh.
right.
Okay.
As we see the lineup next on our team, we're going with YOLO on the survivor side and 5 Second Kiters on the hunter side. We're starting with our first lineup, our team lineup that involves BK Boy Rule as the hunter. And our survivor side team goes with Snake Slithers, Cardiver, LO, Jalita, and Pai Chan. So, we have a very tactical team composition. We have a barmaid, a coordinator, an embalmer. Oh, it looks like there's a mind's eye on the team. That's a surprise. Gene, on a scale of 1 to 10, do you like going against a mind's eye? And if so, what's your scale for?
It depends on the map. If it's a advantage to the mind's eye. Like the red church, we all know that the mind's eye can see through walls, so it could be a great
Definitely.
advantage for the mind's eye. So if I were in red church, and I would definitely not try to chase the mind's eye because there's too much walls unless I have a peeper.
You know what they say? Mind's eye is your best friend against a jack. And as the match
No.
starts, we can see the main lineup is a barmaid, an embalmer, a mind and a forward against the notorious Smiley Face. Now, how is the team going to deal with this double hit hunter that is an absolute menace? I am so excited. Jean, would you like to take over for this match?
I'm actually interested that someone's gonna be playing Smiley Face.
Definitely. I don't see him a lot in rank actually.
And actually, this is Red Church, and sometimes if you're not very good at controlling your dash, you could hit the wall and cancel. Oh,
Oh, it
the
seems as though
hunter
there has been
surrendered.
a technical
Yes,
Oh, all right, all
it
right.
must
We
have been a
deeply
mistake.
apologize to audience for it. This has been a technical.
I was
Seems as
very excited
though
for that though.
definitely, I was definitely excited to see a Mad Eyes against Mad Eyes, a Smiley Face against a
Wow,
Mind's
that
Eye. I
yeah.
would love to see a Mad Eyes though. I would love to see a Mad. I would love to see a Mad. I would love to see a Mad Eye rank. I definitely so excited.
Where do you usually see Smiley Face? I mean, which kind of map?
Oh,
Map?
Moonlit, definitely Moonlit. I definitely see Smiley
Yeah,
Face.
definitely.
I think it's the
On Red
map for
Church,
him.
not.
Yeah.
Sometimes ever sleeping. I don't know,
Yep. I
waiting
think
for
those
something.
maps are just built for hunters like Smiley Face.
I wonder
Now our
what
dear
what was the problem.
commentator. Sorry.
I wonder what was the problem that they had surrendered.
Oh, I think they probably chose the wrong characters by mistake. There
Oh
was a
yeah,
little
I was
time
also
limit, so
thinking that.
there was just like a technical difficulty. But we're starting brand new actually, and I am again super excited for this game. It seems as though not playing Smiley Face. Who are they really playing? There's always
Or
that
maybe it
excitement in
was.
the air.
Oh yeah. But still, I guess we're still gonna have Mind's Eye though. Hopefully,
Oh, I would
let me
love to
see
see.
the
I would love to see. You know, I always
Mind's
really
Eye
like
thing.
seeing mines like hiding. I think it's so
Yeah,
satisfying. I mean,
yeah.
I'm a
With her
hunter main.
slow vault,
Yes, definitely. I mean, I'm a
she had a
hunter main.
very
Don't
slow
get me
vault.
wrong, but
Yeah,
I love some survivors sometimes. But yeah, Jean, please go ahead.
Mind's Eye is like sometimes goes Mind's game.
So
We're
true.
really missing a hunter. Okay, the BKB bureau. This this actually is my acquaintance, like a friend of my friend.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Well, the only time I ever became warrior rank, and safe to say, we managed to tie. We got somewhere in the middle. We got somewhere in the middle, but that was because BK Boy Rule lagged. So we already know what is coming for us.
Oh, maybe I think BKB is still gonna choose the smiley face. It's the same set. Maybe it was wrong wrong choice of persona, I guess.
Perhaps I'm not very sure, but it seems as though the team comp that they're going against is an embalmer coordinator, Mind's Eye, forward against yet again a smiley
And
face.
if I remember correctly, BK Bureau is actually a decoder main, and I've seen her play Mind's Eye before. I'm not if I remember correctly.
Well, then I'm pretty sure they must be knowing how to counter their main.
Yeah. But well, as a hunter main, you must know how to counter everyone. Just same as a
Oh yeah,
survivor.
absolutely. I agree. Absolutely. It's like you gotta do it. You know, it's like you gotta live in the shoes of that person. That.
Mhm. Okay, we're starting, and okay, the hunter decides to go to the breakable walls first, and our mind's eye is actually has already started the coding, which is gonna be a little dangerous because the hunter will see the cipher shaking off, and he's going towards to the graveyard, which is the position of the mind's eye. Oh, but he turns away and goes. He's still trying to look for the shaking ciphers while he's dashing, and he's going to find the mind's eye. But the mind's eye tried to lose her trail, then she got one hit, which is a dash hit. So this means it doesn't have any attack recovery. And the coordinator goes here, tries to hide behind the pallet and try to stun him, and that was a stun. And the mind's eye probably tried to lose her trails already, but it was still visible, and the Joker already saw her enter the church, but doesn't know how or which way will he try to hit her. Okay, he's trying to predict the mind's eye rotation, but as I said, the mind's eye can see through walls, and okay, that was a blink. He fell it the first time with a dash, but still he gets that hit. So Mind's Eye gets downed at 5 ciphers remaining left. And the bad news is she's going to be trapped in the basement. This is actually a great picture already for an early game, don't you think? Okay, let's see who's going to rescue
Well, personally, the Mind's Eye basement definitely very, very sad for the Survivor team, but I'm sure they can bring it back together.
Your decoder is your alas in the match, you know.
Definitely.
Okay, the coordinator is going for the basement rescue, but she must be careful to not get hit. Okay, she got 1 hit, but that's okay because she still got the gun, but she must be wary about that fall hit. Okay, missed the fall hit and missed the flare gun. Great job for the Joker, and now she won't be able to. Will she be able to? Okay, if she fails this, okay, she successfully rescued the Mind's Eye, but now they have to get out of the basement. If the Mind's Eye gets get hit, okay, that was a fall hit, which is actually bad because now they're going for the double down. The Hunter will definitely have double down right now and still following the Mind's Eye, going for her last share since she was rescued very late. But the forward is here to harass, and that was good, but it didn't really stun the Hunter. But at least I guess it could buy a lot of time. Okay, he got dashed hit. This is quite dangerous for forward. If he still tries to stun her and fails, he could get down as well. But take note that Smiley didn't bring excitement, so this could be a successful dash. Okay, he dashed way too early and got down, but Embalmer was there. Embalmer is already there and trying to heal the Mind's Eye, but did not make it in time. So that means our Mind's Eye is going to fly out of the manor.
That is an end for our Mind. So far, so long, Helena.
Goodbye. But I think her kite was very great, but she was just not prepared and got that 1 dash hit.
Definitely, I think she did her best as a Mind's Eye. I mean, as a Mind's Eye, doing that much, it's quite a lot. So.
Besides, this is a smiley face and he's really fast, and it kind of sucks for her vaulting speed. Okay,
Definitely.
The Embalmer gets chased now and gets hit through the pallet, and trying to escape from the Hunter or trying to kite him very long. And got the terror shock, but he's got the coffin. Will he use it? He used it way too early. Don't you think the smiley face should be sharing him first so that they could borrow more
potentially
time
right now I feel like potentially it did feel like that was kind of a waste because the smiley face didn't do much, and I mean this is a very, very intense match for the smiley face as well as the Embalmer and the rest of the team, because they're in a very tactical position right now, as you've already said before, Jane. Like, I definitely
Take note that there's still 4 ciphers remaining, and we know that they're trying to heal, but we all know that the smiley face has this healing debuff. Aside from that, the smiley face could use the full insolence with this healing debuff. His gadget also from the rocket has healing debuff, so it will take really
definitely
long.
And also with the slow decoding that forward and coordinator have, I think it's a little risky over here, because if they don't get 1 cipher down right now, they're not going to be able to get even a 1 escape, because the Smiley here seems to clearly be aiming for a win. He's not even aiming for a tie. He just knows he's aiming for a win, which is possible in this situation.
It's a 4 kill, aiming for the 4 kill.
Definitely, Smiley face here is definitely
already left forward. He knows that the healing is very slow, so he'll just go for the coordinator, downing them both.
The coordinator is really trying to finish off that one cipher so she could get that one escape, but it's in vain. It's
But then she
oh
gets
man, that was so close.
it was primed. Okay, they surrendered, and the hunter gets 4 kills.
Right, that was quite intense. The Mind's Eye did a phenomenal job. I did that, but well, it's Smiley Face against the Mind. To be fair, she tried her best. You can't really expect a lot from a coder that has like such a big vaulting debuff and Smiley with super quick dashes. Like it was just a lot to take in at the same time.
Yes, but usually, from my point of view, as I was also playing Mind's Eye before. Like I really loved her. Like she's my top character.
Mhm.
Since you know that your hunter is Joker and really good at map controlling, you should be wary about, since you're decoding very fast. You should be wary that the hunter will come to you as soon as they start to see the first cipher that shakes. That's why it's very important for the mind's eye to do rotation around the map.
Oh, definitely. I feel like transitional decoding has been better, but then again, we have to really like analyze the fact that she wasn't in really a position to do transitional decoding. Obviously, now this is just hunter main instinct, but if a coordinator and say a decoder for say, a lawyer, perhaps even I don't know, mind's eye is in front of you, obviously I will go for the decoder. They're easier to target instead of a coordinator who has a very high vaulting. So from the hunter's perspective, hunter really did try their level best, really grasp onto that
The dash
4K.
control is very great.
Definitely, definitely. And what I feel like they could have done is that obviously if you have like a Joker or a smiley face in your team, what I think is the best thing to do is purposely let a teammate get hit because a quenching effect is always there. This is just always. I've never seen a without quenching effect, especially if there's a mind's eye in the team. So, I mean, I feel like it would be much better if one of them got hit and then the mind's eye just transitional decoded because otherwise it's kind of hard to really just like secure that one position.
Or that the coordinator should have taken over the kite. I mean, uh the Joker thought someone was there, but he don't know how many people were there. So the
Mm-mm,
mind's
mhm.
eye could have hidden for some time, and then the coordinator could have tricked him that it was her right there, and just kited away from that cipher.
Definitely. I feel like a lot of things could have been to like, evade the situation, maybe avoid it. Who's to say that was a really intense match? That was some amazing pro gameplay from BK Boy Rule of 5 second kiters, I believe, or that's YOLO, right? The Survivor team. So, yeah, amazing gameplay from BK Boy Rule and of 5 second kiters, and that was also really, really amazing gameplay from the YOLO survivors. You guys did your level best. Now I believe we're gonna be waiting for third match to set up. So without any further ado, let's um let's just hop right into it. Feel like now that we're waiting, let's talk about the new crossovers coming into IDV, guys. Are y'all excited for that? I'm really excited. The Bungo Stray Dogs.
I mean, if you're gonna get one, of course, but I'm not really. I'm not expecting to get anything.
Oh, not from the essences. No, I'm not expecting it either. I'm expecting my bank
I haven't
to
gotten
call
any.
me up the next day and tell me I'm bankrupt. That's what I'm expecting.
And I was excited for the Fatal Frame, but they say it was not really a crossover. Because
Oh
I'm a fan
no!
of that game. Yeah, they said it was an original Netis game that had something to do with same gameplay like that.
Oh man, they really just threw the
Mm.
train on that one, huh? Did
They hyped us up for what?
they?
They hyped us up for what? But what's the best crossover skin that I mean, what's the best crossover that Identity 5 has collaborated in
Oh,
your
P5,
opinion?
P5, Persona 5, on
Mhm.
God, without a second thought, Persona. It's just the best. Sorry, I don't make the rules.
What is your favorite skin from the Persona 5?
Oh, Crow, but I never got him. But Crow. I also really like the gardener skin, Haru. Um, love that one. But I Crow, but never got Crow though. But love it, love Crow.
I'm so sad that I actually haven't started playing during that crossover. No,
No,
yeah. It's
you
always
missed it.
so yeah. I missed the best moment of my life. Could have been.
What is your favorite crossover skin, Jean?
It's actually P5 as well, but I wasn't able to witness it.
So
So
which one is it?
I love the Ryuji skin,
Oh, the
and when you're
forward
really
skin. Oh,
yeah,
I
when you're
love the
really
animation he has when he's running.
yeah, I was like, he's so freaking hot. Like the first time I saw him, like, is this forward? Like I wasn't really familiar with the game yet. I was like, is this forward? Why is he holding a stick? Isn't he supposed to hold a rugby ball? And why does he run like that? And like the way he touches his nose, it was like, chefs.
Oh yeah, Jean's in love, guys.
I was like, that was like the first time I knew I was gonna sing for every Ryuji skins out there that I see. Like,
Um,
oh my god.
so is it certified that you are a forward
Yes, I am.
simp?
Yeah, I am. Forward mains, come at me. Just kidding.
Jean really out here setting her proposals. She has her priorities straight.
Yeah, I am.
Actually, I wanted
I,
to say if you guys are like guys, you guys play forward. You know who to hit up. You know who to hit up. I'm just saying. I'm not saying anything at all, but I'm just
actually, I also like forwards kit, like the way that he can stun with a rugby ball. That's just crazy. It doesn't make sense that you can stun someone with a rugby ball, but it's just crazy. Like it, he's a very great rescuer. That's why he's banned a lot. Though there is excitement, but a good forward can really just turn
definitely.
the game greatly.
I also think playing forward it does take you a little bit of time, if not a lot of time, to just like learn. Like the way to stun, the way to just go
Yes,
ahead with it. It's really
forward.
something that's like up the
Yeah,
people's alley for learning.
forward's difficulty level to learn is 3/3. He's the hardest survivor to main according to the book. So
Hmm.
it really takes a great skill. Like so, it's okay that you fail your stun at the first time. Don't give up if you really want to main him.
Definitely keep
Yeah,
trying,
I
keep
stun a lot of
practicing.
air. I stun a lot of air. I want to main him, but I feel like no, this isn't for me.
Nargene, you just gotta practice. You just gotta practice it. Like I'm telling you, every survivor is about practice. Every hunter too. You just gotta grind it, and then in no matter of trust me when I say this, in no matter of time, you will be super, super, super used to it. So like, you're
Yeah.
good, good on.
I'm actually like I actually always say that, oh my god, I'm never gonna main this, and then it proceeds to main them anyway.
Have you done this before? Have
Yeah,
you
it
done this
happened
before?
to Perfumer.
Oh God,
Yeah,
I'm
before
scared of your gamer.
I was like, oh my god, I being Perfumer like pressures me to not get injured, and so like I'm never gonna main this. And then someone gifted me Perfumer, and now I'm main the Perfumer.
So you were just like, oh, all for one for all. Let's go,
Yeah,
and you just
yeah.
went
Then
for it.
my perfumes are actually good, decent at least.
That's
Like,
great,
oh
honestly.
my
I'm
god.
actually, I'm actually really happy that you started maining a survivor you thought you would never main.
Yeah.
Personally, I would say that like this happened with me and like with fucking um, I think like the new survivor, Antiquarian. I do think,
Ooh.
yeah, it did happen with me. That case, like, you know, I was like, oh, she's so hard, I can't play her. And next day I started playing.
The buttons are so crazy, like confusing. The first time I played Antiquarian, I wanted to hit the hunter, but she started spinning her bamboo, and I was like, of course,
That's
head
actually so
down.
cool though. I think it's so cool though. Like that
Oh.
spinny thing.
She's also. Do you think she's meta now because she's also banned a lot right
Oh,
now?
she will be meta. I don't think she's allowed in the Call of the Abyss or like that because she's a, and they have this rule with the new survivors and new hunters where you're not allowed. But
Oh,
like,
you're not allowed to use yet.
yeah, but
Okay.
like I do think when she will be allowed, she will be banned because as you know, it may be easy to counter her. But then again, who's to say she can buy a lot of time. So yeah, so yeah,
The thing is that she can disarm you, which is annoying.
mm,
Like,
definitely very. All right. So now we're going to move in with our third match from that would be YOLO and 5 Second Kiters again. Sube, if you could make the team like, start off with our match before we start the actual game. This time we're having the Disciple or the Herald as the Hunter ban. The Survivor team is consists of Acrobat, the Patient, the Mercenary, and the Psychologist. And Sube, I think this might just be the match for you because the map they've chosen is Sacred Heart Hospital. This may be the map for you and the match for you as well. Now, the rules of the second round are a little bit different from the rules of the first round. So, in the second round, as you can already see, the hunter bans two survivors first. Then the survivor team chooses two survivor characters for their lineup and one hunter to ban. Then the hunter bans one more survivor and the survivor team final survivor character for their lineup. And honestly, I couldn't be more excited about this round because it's in Sacred Heart Hospital. It's Jean's um, favorite map.
as a
Uh,
survivor,
As a
I
survivor,
mean,
yeah, it's
if
favorite
I am
map.
a hunter, I'm gonna cry.
I would cry too, honestly, but I am so ready for this like intense match. It's really, really gonna be so intense. So this time, yet again, we're going up against I believe 5 Second Cutters as survivors this time, I believe. And you have YOLO as the hunters. You have YOLO's Alchemix as
No,
hunter,
I
right?
think it's. I don't know. I'm not sure, but it's the same set from the first match.
Yeah. It is YOLO. It is YOLO. Then you have 5 Second Kiters, Thyro, Zero, Leo Phoenix, finish him, and I'm waiting for that amazing Vera with that amazing Vera name to come in so I can read out her name out
FH Vera.
loud. FH Vera, and then there's something
Oh,
after.
I'm actually friends with an FH person before. I mean, from the FH guild
Oh,
or
are
group.
you? Really?
Yeah, his name is
How did it
FH.
go?
I don't know. She's already inactive.
Oh man,
And
old friends, huh?
interesting thing, yeah. Old friends who went inactive are always sad.
Oh,
They, noticed that the hunter played Anne from the previous match, and now they
oh
banned.
yeah, they banned Anne. I do feel like they're trying to suspect a pattern over here, and we have Farah Titties from FH join us in again, the last and final survivor. I don't know where Alconnect is gonna go with this because I believe his Anne got banned. So the survivors don't want to deal with her cats anymore. They just don't want to do this anymore. Her disciple, nope, no chance for her. So question is, what hunter will Alconnect go for? Would they play a stunner hunter? Perhaps, the new hermit? Or maybe someone else. Who knows?
I think the survivors are trying to force the hunter to bring out less. I mean, not the top one hunter that
Oh yeah,
this
not the S.
user. So we'll see. I'm excited. I mean, what could be a good hunter in Sacred Hospital?
Honestly, like personally, I'm really excited to see Alconnect game this game because honestly, Sacred Heart Hospital not the ideal hunter map. Definitely. For
So would you like to take over this match? The Sacred.
absolutely, I would, and I will be referring to it at times Gene just to get a little Sacred Heart Hospital input. as you know, your favorite map. You gotta tell me all that. All
It's
right,
very survivor sided.
it is pretty survivor side, which kind of scares me. Like the the
I want to see how the hunter will turn this game around since it's a survivor sided map.
definitely, especially because the Anne or the disciple already got banned. We see that the team comp. Well, we already decided the team comp long gone, and the team comp it seems to be strutted more towards kiter side than assist. And we have a Lucino. We have the evil reptilian. Well, if okay, this is really hit or miss because if the evil reptilian is kited inside the hospital, it can result to a major time consumption. However, if the evil reptilian is left out in the open, who's to say it's going to be very, very tense? So, I hope you guys are as excited as I am for this match. And in a matter of a few seconds, let us go. We're going to start off Sacred Heart Hospital with Comp and the hunter being evil reptilian or Lucino. So, let's go for it. I hope you guys are as ready and excited as I am. As the match starts, we can already see the hunter did already spawn in very well, you would say tactical position, but double doors isn't exactly tactical. And it seems as though the match has been paused due to some technical issues or inconsistencies, I believe. I'm not sure what's going on, but there has been little technical difficulty because of which the match has been stopped. So this is going to be an interesting take from our survivors and hunters side. We're now going to be waiting for our tournament coordinator and leader to get back to us without any further information regarding this uh, match. So yeah, till then, I am very grateful to the audience for their patience. Thank you for waiting. And here's a funny cat fact of the day, in case you are interested in hearing one. Did you know that the oldest cat in the world was 38 years old? You also know that a cat was the mayor of an Alaskan town for 20 years. I know, as sick as it sounds, it's true. I think another funny cat fact of the day is that the record for the longest ever cat is 48 inches. You guys.
Longest cat, you mean?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the
Oh,
longest cat. Definitely you.
I also have a fun fact for you.
Go ahead.
You know, penguins can't fly.
That is indeed a fun fact. If anyone here is studying
That's the only animal fact that I know.
geology.
Actually, I don't know anything else. I'm trying. Let me Google something
All right.
while we're waiting for somebody. Okay, the deduction is continued. By the way,
All right. As we go back into the deduction, Sube, if you first action. As we're seeing right now, it seems as though everyone is busy coding and the hunter, the evil reptilian, is moving towards the statue area. He clearly sees the patient and he goes for the hit. getting that hit on the patient. He secures that one. That was a really, really early hit. And as we see, the evil reptilian seems to be a little bit confused among the ruins, and he takes the jump, landing the hit again on the patient, securing a really, really early down on the team. The psychologist, mercenary, acrobat are all busy decoding while the patient is being prepared in the ruins of the shack. Right now, as you can tell, the team composition, it's not very a Lucino style composition. I would say the merc and the psychologist definitely, but not the patient, not the acrobat, because the Lucino, the evil reptilian, he can catch up to the team as fast as him. So, moving on, we see the merc coming in for the rescue. Lucino trying to down him with that double dash, and he fails on the hit. And the merc decides to save right for half, getting in that 49 rescue. That was a chef's kiss rescue. Taking another hit to secure the patient from downing immediately. Alconex takes a jump, getting a raise on the patient, who dodges the hit away. Psychologist coming to the patient's aid as the patient tries to kite Lucino inside hospital. Now, in this type of match, we can clearly see that the position is so tactical. It's strategical for both teams. You cannot miss kiting a Lucino inside hospital, and the Lucino itself cannot jump. Trying to secure the fall hit, he secures the fall hit. The Lucino checking around for any other. It seems as though patient going into base. This may be a little bit upsetting for the team, and the psychologist seems to be focused on healing up the mercenary. The Lucino basement camping, giving a strong aid, and it seems as though the team is trying to really, really late save, or perhaps even sell the patient's chair. I'm not sure if I can call this a very strategic decision, because, well, first of all, selling the chair so quickly, it may result to their downfall. If they were decoding, it would be a different story. I think the evil reptilian has now knows that they're planning on selling the chair, as he aims to go for the acrobat. Hopefully the acrobat can kite him long enough for the rest of the teammates to decode and cipher, but it seems as though the reptilian is convinced on dealing with the acrobat. The psychologist running to a cipher, mercenary decoding. The evil reptilian continues to chase after the acrobat. The acrobat trying to swiftly confuse the reptilian in ruins. He seems as though he's doing a good job in evading the hits, evading the jump hits. Jean, considering this is your favorite map, do you think this place is a little bit tricky for an evil reptilian? I mean, I would say
it will be only tricky if he started chasing someone inside the hospital. I actually thought when the patient hooked inside the hospital, I actually thought it was gonna be so bad for him, but he pulled up a great chase and actually even did the fall hit.
he definitely did.
Acrobat is outside, and I think he's trying to go to the hospital for a better kite.
The acrobat seems to be doing a phenomenal job trying to get that little hit, and the hunter seems to be changing target to the psychologist who was decoding a cipher. The psychologist aiming in for a little bit of a delay. She's trying her best to loop him around, but it seems as though she takes the hit so as to, take that terror shock. The mercenary digging up a chest, and the acrobat trying to finish the cipher, and he blinks, getting in that little terror shock in the right moment. Oh my god, that was intense. Honestly, that was quite intense. I feel like right now the mercenary should be coding. They're starting a complete cycle. As the hunter chairs psychologist, the acrobat is trying to do a little bit of a sneaky save, I would say, just to kind of evade some time. The mercenary has extremely slow decoding. I feel like it would have been a little bit better if they somehow switched places, but then again, it's the best. The acrobat trying his best to disable the reptilian's abilities, and it seems as though the evil reptilian does not want to go after the psychologist, instead goes for the acrobat. The mercenary, I think, I'm really comfortable. Psychologist trying to go in for the cipher. We're also in a very confusing situation at the moment. I feel like this team, it kind of counters another. Jean, what was your opinions on this team composition? Because I do personally feel like they counter each other simultaneously.
Well, for the say the reptilian versus the patient, they can counter very well because if Lucina can jump, well, the patient can freaking hook everywhere he wants. It's like flying every little wall that he sees. And
Exactly. It
for
seems as though the
psychology,
psychologist left the cipher.
I think so. For the acrobat, is actually a good assist because of his fireballs, who could disable the skills of the hunter or even slow him down. And for the mercenary, like even if you try to rescue and you get the fall jump hit, you still got delay damage, so it will be still successful either way.
Yeah, definitely. But I do feel like there's been a sort of miscommunication in them because the mercenary's healing up and the psychologist. Oh, well, now the cipher's popped. I mean, it seems as though everything smoothly, but that endgame kite, I think it really, really depends on that because the psychologist trying her level best to open the gate, and the mercenary can heal up, and the acrobat they're aiming for that win because dungeon is right there. If the Lucino or evil reptilian does not get the acrobat down, it is going to simple loss, and he manages to get the down on the acrobat once again. I believe that YOLO has managed to secure in that little tie, and so has 5 second kiters. 5 second kiters have managed to secure in that tie yet again against a evil reptilian. Honestly, that is perhaps most intense match I have noticed for a tie. I feel like there were different ways though that you know that little mistakes in the match could have been avoided. What about you, Jean? What do you think? Like, don't you think could have been avoided?
The patient actually could have avoided to take a fall damage. Like the moment you enter the hospital, you have to know that this is now your advantage to prolong your kite, since it's a very survivor sided area. And beside that, uh unfortunately, the basement is also in the hospital. So if you don't have a team that can get you out of the basement or can help you get out of there, then you shouldn't really go you shouldn't really um be how do you say it, you shouldn't be knocked down with that place
Yeah,
because
you shouldn't be near the base because it's hard. Yeah, I get it. I feel like if like the patient, maybe he should have been a little bit wary of that fall hit. You know, Lucino's hitbox when he's falling, it, it's questionable to say the least. This stuff questionable. So definitely that acrobat kite. That acrobat did do an amazing, phenomenal kite. So all my congratulations goes to finish him, the acrobat who seems to be the MVP of the match. That was a phenomenal kite by finish him, guys. And honestly, that was the best acrobat kite I've ever seen. If I'm being honest, like respected it by my own eyes. So so kudos to finish him, the acrobat, who did a phenomenal kite against the evil reptilian. Also kudos to Alcon, who's the evil reptilian. Amazing job on that chase. That was phenomenal.
yeah, I noticed that the survivors actually are good at avoiding the jump hit. That was actually so impressive,
Definitely.
especially during the rescues. Especially the first rescue of the mercenary was so great and was so neat.
It was clean. It was really clean.
But it's actually also a good job that the evil Retalian gets a tie. Even this map is not really suited for him, since the shack has the roof and the hospital has a roof.
I mean, I feel like there are places in the hospital and the shack where you can just easily sneak in for an evil reptilian to get that little fall damage on. But personally, I feel like they did absolutely phenomenal job in trying their level best to kite. That was amazing. So amazing job yet again from 5 second kiters and YOLO once again. Phenomenal job to Alcanex, who I believe is in YOLO. And amazing job also 5 second kiters. Zero, Leo Phoenix, finish him, and Verite. You have once again outdone yourselves, guys. Great job. While we're waiting for the next match in lineup to present it, uh, Jean, would you like to just take over for some time?
Okay, sure. I wonder what Soup is doing though. It's ah,
Same. I wonder what Sube's been doing.
it's
Sube, by the way, guys, if you don't know, is our third and most precious commentator. Um, there we go. Say hello
so
to
I'm not the
Sube.
most
Love
precious.
that. Sorry?
So I'm not the most precious.
No. Well, you are.
Yeah,
You guys are precious to me. You're my little commentator family.
my heart is aching right now.
No
You guys seeing this?
way.
Now? You guys seeing this live?
Well, honestly, if I'm just saying, like, Sube and you, my commentator heart. So yeah, and well, we are the three horsemen for today. I am Yoon. That's Jean Sube, who will be joining us a little later. So hello, guys.
No later because
And
I believe she's still cooking dinner or
right,
what.
Sube is making amazing dinner, so we're just out on that. Yeah.
Wait, Ian, what season did you start playing Identity 5?
Okay, you won't believe me, but season one, and I left the game. Like I wouldn't take it
No
seriously.
way.
Yeah, I
You're an
didn't
OG
like.
player.
I am. I am. I'm OG player.
Oh
Um,
my god.
I started playing like one. However, I did stop. I managed to like stop. Um, just like go back. But then I think I really started getting serious from like season. When was the Norton Essence released? I think that because I got Soul Catcher. No, that was like the core moment. I got so yeah. Whenever the Norton Essence, which is really funny because I never wanted that skin. I didn't even know how to play the prospect. I got
Sex.
Norton Prospector S
You
skin.
know, and that is, if you don't want it, they're gonna give it. If you want it,
Right?
they're not gonna give it.
Exactly. Sometimes
That's
this
the
game makes me
opposite.
lose my.
Like, oh, you don't play Prospector? Here you go. Oh, you don't play
Here's a
Mechanics?
skin.
Here you go. Here's a skin. So you can just display it in your profile and then
They
cry
just give
about
it.
the you didn't
Yeah,
get.
there's like go cry about it. Okay, man, we will. We are crying about it. We are.
So
Feel
like,
free
since
to.
you've played season one, how would you see the differences of
Oh, the difference.
Island 5 now and then?
It's huge, actually. I feel like well, first of all, like the I think one of the major differences is the map changes, and the character design changes. I think the characters went through a lot of changes. I don't know if you remember this, but like Jack used to have, or Ripper would have like foggy clouds around. It was just and
Remember, I remember as I saw a video, Leo doesn't have the shark toy weapon.
no, he
It
didn't.
wasn't
He didn't have a
as
weapon. He had like a weapon. Definitely, it was very different. Have you ever seen the video where there was a literal well in Sacred Heart Hospital? There was like a well.
I don't know. I didn't know that, but I've seen that there were dead bodies that are moving inside
Yeah.
the hospital over the bed. That's so creepy. I think the game has turned now to they made it a less creepier.
They did. I mean, but then doesn't it eradicate the fact that it's a horror game? Like after all, it's supposed to have those like little aspects of horror, and now it just
Maybe they
doesn't.
transitioned it to fashion game instead of horror game.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely,
You just gotta,
definitely become a fashion game.
flexing skins. You want skins, and they go shiny and shimmering. Like,
I
this
mean,
is a
I think the
survival
game is more
game.
about the more this game is more about skins now.
It's a survival game, and you're wearing something old.
You're wearing like a robe.
It's
Yeah, it's like indeed super.
crazy.
It's absolutely ridiculously. All right, you guys, I am so grateful, guys. Thank you for so much for waiting. Just appreciate that. I'm so glad that you guys are enjoying me and Jean just talking about old IDV, bringing back a lot of memories. All right, next up, yet again, you have 5 Second Kite as the hunter, YOLO as the survivors. 5 Second Kite, once again, we have the wonderful BK Boy Rule, Pai Chan from YOLO, Snake Slithers from YOLO, Jalita and Cardaver LO from YOLO. Sube, if you could please focus the screen onto the game, and it seems as though Sube already has. We're starting off our lineup a little different this time. So first off, the Hunter band is Smiley Face, which is once again, what DK Boyle decided to play in the other match. The survivors chosen are Little Girl, Enchantress, Antiquarian, and the Mind's Eye. And the map is yet again Jean's Blessing, Sacred Heart Hospital, and
My
due to
blessing.
courtesy and due to courtesy and honor, please Jean, take over me and spectate this match.
Um, I'm actually surprised that they're still going to play the Mind's Eye though, despite that. But this time they took two people that can harass and a little girl that can assist someone's kite and assist the decoding speed. So let's see how this will go.
I feel like this is going to be a little bit different because you have the little girl and she's going to be spending most of her time just assisting.
Yeah,
So,
but and in case that say that Mind's Eye gets found first, and then if she needs extra help, the little girl can just reach to her and
mhm,
then assist the guy.
yeah, absolutely. I feel like that's very strategic in a way.
Oh, are we seeing wax
Uh,
artists in this map?
oh my god, that's going to be a pain for the survivors to deal
I'm
with.
not even gonna say his other nicknames.
I think everyone watching
Guys,
already knows that.
you guys are sus. Why did you give him such nickname? His
I
sister
think
died.
Asia server, exactly. His sister's dead, and you guys give him such ridiculous names.
Sister died and you did that to him. How dare you guys? And he's an artist. How could you degrade an artist like that? Oh my god. So we're saying, oh, the mind's eye is carrying a tide. This is interesting. They are all carrying tides. This
So
is
they
gonna be
really want to make sure they get that 4 man to be able to go to the third. Because as the
what-
points are concerned right now, we have 5 second kiters at 9 and YOLO at 4. So they need that 4 man escape to
yes. They need
secure a
to,
third round.
but then the downside that all of you are tide carriers. For me personally, mind's eye shouldn't be really carrying tide. It should be something that would assist her kiting to prolong her kiting, such as flywheel or at least a broken window, since her vaulting is very slow. Okay, our hunter spawned inside a hospital, so that means there will be no survivors inside the hospital. And everyone is trying to get their cipher. Seems like the enchantress is a little AFK. Okay, it's now moving. Okay, our hunter finds the little girl and drops the page, and I was so nervous that it would actually try to cancel the attack recovery in case she gets hit. Okay, she dropped the pallet in the right time and is able to transition to another pallet. But take note, okay, she got stunned already and got her first hit. To get stunned and then get hit is actually better than to just get a normal hit. Okay, I believe the little girl is trying to go to the hospital right now, but she got down too early, and there's the antiquarian who should try to harass, but no, the hunter turns to the other way and shares the first survivor. But this is good for the hunter, like 5 ciphers remaining, but there's already one person shared. But then again, the mind's eye is somewhere out there doing a cipher rush. So let's see how the Antiquarian will be able to rescue. This is actually tricky because the time is running out and she still hasn't rescued. Okay, that was a very clean rescue. She knew that the wax artist will try to keep shooting the wax at her, so she rescued immediately. And now he's back to go to the little girl and hit her tide, giving her a last effort, and she's going down any moment now. Okay, she got down and wasn't able to get max full presence with that attempted hit. So now there's only four snipers remaining. So I believe there are only two people. Oh no, only the mind's eye. Oh my god, I didn't realize that the Antiquarian actually rescued way too late. This is this is really bad because now he's going to try to find the mind's eye. He knows that the enchantress was in the hospital and now he's gonna look for her. Look for the mind's eye. And now, okay, the mind's eye is already found. Okay, nice juke, but then got hit anyway. And this is a bad area to hide, especially for Mind's Eye, since her body speed can't really catch up with that transition. So now cheering is going to be the hunter is going to be cheering the survivor into this chair, which is going to be quite hard to transition because okay, the hunter changed to teleport and uh tries to look for the survivor nearby, tries to think if it's in the hospital, but then he sees the enchantress, and now he's just trying to. I wouldn't say he's really trying to camp, but he's trying to patrol around if there are any survivors that would try to rescue this mind's eye. Okay, the enchantress seems like she's gonna be the one for the rescue, but oh no, the hot wax is activated and she gets half damage and get down and fail the rescue. This this match is quite sad for the survivor side. Will the antiquarian try to save them or would just try to go for the dungeon? Seems like she's using her item to get an extra speed for her movement. I think she will just try to go for the dungeon instead of trying to rescue the enchantress. And our hunter is now patrolling around the hospital to check if he will ever. Okay, he found the antiquarian and starts shooting the cold wax, trying to stun her so that she won't be able to harass him back. And okay, that was a very nice jump. That was a very nice. That was one of the greatest kit that Antiquarian brings. She can jump like acrobat by when acrobat equips his ball and try to do the ball jump. But now the hot wax is activated if this Antiquarian gets 100% hot wax, she will actually get half damage. I think the Antiquarian is just trying to fight as long as she can until she gets the dungeon. Okay, she gets the dungeons and the hunter surrendered. BK Voiru is actually so good.
He was really generous to give her that dungeon.
No, I think it's just it was
He
like
saw it
pointless
coming anyways.
anyway.
He saw it coming
Yeah,
anyways.
it was pointless if you still tried. Um, do you think this could have been a better match for the survivors? I mean,
Uh,
the map is already
well,
survivor sided.
I mean, personally, I would say yes, there are many things I could have done, but also no, because the wax artist against the stunner team, so there wasn't much of a choice. But I do think some like the little wall